episode 4, in which we're going to try and build out a floor for this particular sauna. You might have noticed in previous episodes, I was kind of tiptoeing around the floor joists and such, because I thought that later on I'd actually be putting down planks of cedar and we could probably call it a day for the floor. By now I've actually done some reading and I found out that was probably a big mistake.
What do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No! No!
What I actually have to do is effectively build out a draining concrete floor, which to me, frankly, sounds as complicated as that whole statement there. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So in this particular episode, I'm gonna basically try and muck my way through doing that and yeah, try and do this right. But first off, we gotta build out a very light subfloor with some plywood. So here we go. So first piece of blocking, 37 3/4. So right now what we're doing is we're building the piece to build out the slope for the actual floor itself. What this is effectively cutting out 2x4s, going from 1/8 inch thickness up to about 5/8 inch thickness to help create a bit of a slope there. And you'll see what we basically do with this wood a little later on.
900 degrees and I'm still here. We can melt in the sun. You can say I'm the one. I just say it's been fun.
So now that we're actually putting down the slopers, they're actually increasing by about 1/8 of an inch every 6 inches or so, and we're basically nailing that down.
I've been chomping at this bit, about to hit another lick. Sayonara, gotta do, 'cause I can't wait.
All right, so we're into the next day, and it's time, now that we have the slopers in, the PL glue underneath them has probably settled. We're gonna make a little bit of concrete now and kind of fill in the concrete between these so that when we put the Durarock board on top, it has something to sit on top of and that it won't crack and stuff as much. I have heard of people having issues with cracks in their flooring for their saunas. So yeah, that's the game plan, and let's mix some concrete.
But the summer looks different. I don't wanna wait right here. I'm not in the mood for forgiveness. I just wanna be sincere. I don't got time for this fake shit. Well, I can't wait. I'm down in the city where the colors always shine.
Okay, so I've ran into a bit of an issue here. The issue is that this particular cement is for an over 2-inch thick mix. Leave it to me to read the bag after I started kind of doing this, because it doesn't necessarily seem like it's gonna stick to the ground and everything, and it just kind of seems like a bit of a mess. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and re-pick up some other concrete, and I'm gonna have to scoop this all up, and unfortunately we have a bit of a waste of concrete here. I'll figure something for it, but yeah, back to the drawing board on this one. Damn.
Round 2, fight! Panic boom! Panic boom! Panic boom! Hadouken! Panic boom! Panic boom! Panic boom!
24 hours later.
Okay. So it's a bit crunchy, but we're a little over 24 hours after we've done this, and it's pretty solid. So I think we can basically bring in the Durarock. Basically, we're gonna bring in some 1/2-inch Durarock, place it all down on top of this, and then drill it in. It'll be a bit of a patchwork. We'll also cut out a hole in the Durarock for the drain. Basically need to enforce the seams with some tape, and then we'll basically put another finish coat of cement on top. And basically this is all from Sauna Times, but I also took a huge inspiration from my pal Jonathan Kuhn, who in his particular YouTube video, he did this whole process as well. So yeah, thanks for all the inspiration, and yeah, basically gonna put this thing together now. So let's get at it. Sheet number 1. Seems pretty good, so just zip it all in.
Looking for something new. Not trying to complain, but I could use a change. I've risked it all, I played it safe, and it don't matter, the outcome stays the same. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Change. A little up, a little down. A little
Okay, moment of truth right here. Let's see if this works.
a little home, a little cloud. That may be wrong, but I wanna believe
Hey, there we kind of go.
just somewhere in between. Drunk at a bar, singing in. I walked away from the boat, feeling worse, disappointed and ashamed. Man, I
Yeah.
changed.
Whew, nice.
Every day, someone new who's trying to sell me their version of truth. And I don't buy what they say, but I could use a change. A little up, a little down.
Okay. So at this point, we got the Durarock on top of the sloped concrete. We also have some cement tape over top of the seams. So the last step really is to put a skim coat of concrete on top. So it's just mixing another coat of concrete that we'll put on top, and then we'll give it a test to see if it's going to drain properly. Fingers crossed. We'll kind of take a look.
Hours later.
Okay, look at this. Things seem to be pretty sturdy and pretty solid. Pretty stoked about how it's turned out overall. So now the big test is ultimately if it drains. And so yet again, it's another moment of truth. And so yeah, without further ado, let's take a look and find out. And the water seems to all kind of be draining. Okay, sweet, look at that. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it all in the parts there. I think we'd still need a squeegee and stuff, but it does seem to drain. So that's kind of exciting. So overall, I think this is a success, I think. You know, I think again, yeah, we need a bit of a squeegee here, but this is going to work. So on to the next one, on to the next thing, which is roofing and all the other stuff. So thanks so much for checking this out. Phew.